What is going on, everyone? Badger here. Should have liked and sub, and let's get into this. One of the things I always try to point out when someone says that wokeness ruined video games in the video game industry, it was well and truly ruined, or damn near ruined, far before any of the DEI checkboxes and ESG money came into the play. And we've talked about that. Bloated game worlds, what was once lovingly crafted worlds and characters and stories, then just became content that would get taken out to be put into season passes and sold later on back to you as a DLC or as things that you should have been earning in the game just by playing the game. Loot boxes with the biggest thing, all the currencies and all these things was just another way to get money out of you when you've already played the game. And particularly at risk was the children. Won't someone please think of the children? Well, the Europeans are, amongst others. And so we can see here, European Consumer Organization accuses Ubisoft, EA, Epic Games, Roblox, and more of violating EU consumer protection laws. And when you go here, they have a very long press release that's super small print, goes into detail. Thankfully, it's summarized here. Specifically, the organization shared some of the following. Consumers cannot see the real cost of digital items, leading to overspending. The lack of price transparency of a premium in-game currencies and the need to buy extra currency in bundles pushes consumers to spend more. In-game purchases should always be displayed in real money, e.g. euros or dollars. Just had this experience with the Old Republic. Love that game, been playing it since beta, but dear God, I just wanted the black on black die set, and I was 200 of their credits short, which means I have to spend another $5 just to get $1 worth of credits. And that's how they do it. They price it so that you always have to buy one more pack. This is how Grand Theft Auto Online has survived and made the billions it has. Shark cards, primarily by people using their parents' wallets to get them. Or at least they should display the equivalence in real-world currency. Agreed. Companies claim that gamers prefer in-game premium currencies are wrong. I have never seen anyone try to say that players prefer in-game currency to just real money. Many consumers find this unnecessary step misleading and prefer buying items directly with real money. Yeah, and because somehow spending $10, I mean, you spend that much on a coffee every day, but spending $10 on an in-game item maybe would make you pause more than spending, 800 credits or whatever fictional thing they have. Consumers are often denied their rights when using premium in-game currencies tied to unfair terms favoring game developers. Children are even more vulnerable to these manipulative tactics. Data shows that children in Europe are spending on average 39 pounds per month, euros per month on in-game purchases, while they are among the ones playing the most. They have limited financial literacy and are easily swayed by virtual currencies. Absolutely. Just saw a video the other day of two parents just taking their kid to town for spending basically their life savings in an internet cafe on currencies. Just like that, you spend thousands of dollars. The Director General of BEUC said the online world brings new challenges for consumer protection, and it shouldn't be a place where companies bend the rules to increase profits. BEUC's members have identified numerous cases where gamers are misled into spending money. Regulators must act, making it clear that even though the gaming world is virtual, it still needs to abide by real world rules. Now, you got to be careful with that, because obviously video games, real world rules, you don't want to get into that type of law breaking. But as far as spending real money on things, yes, it has to abide by those rules, I believe. Gamers shouldn't need to rely on a calculator anytime they want to make an informed decision on how much they want to spend. The money they spend should be displayed in real money, and deceptive practices must be stopped. Today, premium in-game currencies are purposefully tricking consumers and take a big toll on children. Companies are well aware of children's vulnerability and use tricks to lure younger consumers into spending more. 100% they do, and not just the youngins. They do it to the older ones too. Organization's senior legal officer stated in the video, "You are not the only one getting confused. Indeed, a lot of the gaming companies whose games you are playing are implementing sneaky tactics to make you spend more into the video game. One of them is the use of premium in-game currencies. So they are game currencies, but you have to pay with real money. And the other one I would add is that Ubisoft, you are guilty as shit of doing this. You make it intentionally harder to level the character, but then you sell XP boost and you sell other boosts and make just to make it easier when it would have been, but you made it harder so that we would buy the things to make things go faster. They got you by the balls, metaphorically. Just like in any real shops, you need to be able to see the real prices. Like in a real shop, you should not have to rely on a calculator every time you want to buy something in a video game. So that's why today, BEUC, the European Consumer Organization, and national members are launching a complaint to national authorities and to the European Commission to stop misleading practices in relation to in-game currencies. The authorities will be able to launch a coordinated action against the game companies we are targeting in the alerts. The idea is to make sure that we can enjoy a safer environment when playing video games and more transparency for in-game purchases. Now, I worry when they say that safer environment stuff, but I am all for the full transparency. It says full transparency from traders. Virtual items should always display prices in real currency, not premium in-game currency. I think that's at the end of the day, that's what we got going on here. It also suggests that the EU consumer law should be amended to introduce an obligation to deactivate in-game payment mechanisms by default, including premium currencies. There should be a choice for consumers to activate game purchases, opt-in. And the only reason I would agree with that is there's plenty of people who have accidentally bought something not realizing they were purchasing. And kids, not everything is so by default. Yeah, you should probably just have to opt into it if you're an adult. And if you're a kid, you should have a kid account. You shouldn't be able to do that stuff anyway. Let me know what you think about all this. I definitely, not fall victim to, but you have no other choice. Do you want that currency? Well, you're going to have to buy that one little extra pack, and then you always sort of never have enough to buy, and so you have to buy one more pack to get just enough, and you always have a little bit left in your account. You can never, it's all tactics. They do it, and we know what they do. It works on some more than others, but at the end of the day, that's just how it's set up. So if we want to see change, we're going to have to see things like this that change it. We're going to, much like in our world, if we're going to want to see change, apparently we're the ones that are going to have to make the effort to change it. So let me know what you think about all this. Be sure to like, share, and sub. If you have done that, thank you. If you're going to do that, thank you.
Well, bye.